What's up, you goons? It's Jacob here, and today I just wanted to recap my race weekend I just had this last Saturday at Mount Union University in Alliance, Ohio. So we went out there at around 11:30 because the meet didn't start till 1:30, and I felt pretty good going into the race. I kind of trained through the week and was at pretty high mileage even going into the race, so legs weren't like super fresh and peppy by any means, but that was the plan. I didn't really want to taper for it because my priority this season is going to be outdoors, which is not until the 26th is our first outdoor meet. But having said that, we get there. It was a close drive, actually. Thankfully, it was only like an hour and a half, which was pretty great. Chilled out for like an hour and then got ready to roll for my mile, which was the first race of the day for me. Did about a 2-mile warm-up and then did my dynamics and was basically ready to go, waiting around for the start. And I was in heat 1, the faster heat. There was 2 heats, and I was seated at it's basically tied for second with my teammate Sean, who we both seated ourselves at 4:25. And I kind of felt that if I raced well, I'd be able to race somewhere around there, which turned out to be the case. I ended up running a 4:26 for second place behind a Carnegie Mellon guy by the name of Elijah, I believe. 6'6", maybe. I hope I'm saying that right. He ran 4:22. But anyway, getting into the race itself, I just kind of hung on behind Sean and the Carnegie guy for the first 4 or so laps, like that first 800. I think we came through the 400 in like 65. I have it here, and then 212 at the 8. And then I just kind of held on, and I think I came through at around. I know that I finished in the low 60s in the last 400. I wasn't really sure what my third 400 split was, but that was definitely the worst one, which tends to be where people fall apart in the mile. Is that 1200, around that 1200 range, 800 to 1200. But I finished strong and was able to come away with a really big PR of 4:26, like I said before. And going into the race, I really didn't know what I could run. I did see myself at 4:25, but I had no idea if I'd be anywhere near that. But yeah, I just kind of hung on to Sean, and at the end, I pulled away from him, and he still ran a great race as well. He ran like 4:30, I think, and I just couldn't catch the Carnegie guy. He was pretty far ahead and kind of maintained a good lead the whole race. And so, finished up that. I was really happy with it. Came away at the second place, which was awesome. And then did my cool down, about 10 minutes. And then literally like 20 minutes later, I had to warm up for my next race, the 800, because there wasn't the meet was running fast, and originally it was going to be an hour 15 in between the races, but I think it ended up being more like 50 minutes to an hour tops. So it was a time crunch. I really had to just hurry up, and did my warm up after a cool down 20 minutes prior, and got ready to go for the 800. I was in the second heat of that one, the slower one, because I seated myself at 2:05. I really just wanted to do the 800 for fun. I didn't really know how it was going to go. I just wanted to see what sort of speed I had in my legs, which after the mile, I kind of realized I think I had a little more speed in the legs than I thought, and I wanted to take advantage of that. So I got first in my heat, which was pretty epic. I ran like a 2:03, I think, and I came through the first 459, and then I think I closed in like a 64 last 400. I know my fourth lap was pretty fast because it was a 200-meter indoor track. So it was pretty epic. I hung on to my teammate Mark for the first 400 of the race. He kind of went out and led like a boss. Shout out to Mark. And then after that, there was a guy from Teal College who I hung on to then for the next lap, the third lap. And then the last lap, once the bell went off, I kind of sent it around the Teal college athlete and came away with the dub. So it was pretty awesome. Honestly, I really had fun with it. I think I could have ran a little faster, honestly, if I was in a faster heat and I had a little more recovery time. So hopefully I can run a sub 2 at some point this year, maybe within the next 4 or 5 weeks, just to have that under my belt, be able to say I can do that. So that was really fun, honestly. It was a cool experience just to do an 800, which is something I had never done before. So we'll take it. 203 was pretty good. And then the last thing I did was the 4x400 Originally, I was gonna do the 5K as well as like a tempo workout, but my legs were pretty beat after the mile and the 800, as to be expected. So I kind of just scratched the 5K because I was like, I can't do this. My teammate Sean, who also raced the mile and the 8 with me and also did really well in those events, he went on to do the 5K and he did really well. I think he ran a 15:34 or 32 or something like that. So I mean, props to him. That was pretty crazy. I'm glad I scratched personally because I wanted to feel good for yesterday or Monday's workout, which I did feel pretty good. So, and he wasn't feeling too good. So, hey, no regrets there. But yeah, I did the 4x4 as my last event of the day with my teammates and friends who I actually live with. We're all seniors, and we went up against our club's sophomore team. They were all sophomores, and so it was a little bit of a rivalry there. We were really hoping to beat them, and we came away with the dub, which was big. One of my friends, Cole, came off of the 5K and went right into the 4x4 with us. Like, it was the event before the 4x4, and he ran like a 59, which is awesome. So we came away with the win in that. So, took 3 dubs on the day, and yeah, overall it was just a really fun day and really kind of uplifting race weekend for me. Knowing that I had that sort of speed in my legs, running a 4:26 mile on a 2:03.8, I think going forward I might be putting a little bit more of a priority on the 1500 meter for outdoors as opposed to the 5K, which was my original plan going into my first outdoor meet. So I might be focusing more on the speed because I was having fun with it, and I think I'm starting to finally realize that I think I could probably go down in distance and do pretty well. So we'll see what comes of that. And although I still want to run a fast 5K, that's still a big goal of mine for the year, and I still want to run a sub like 14:45 would be great if I could do that. That might be a late April type of thing, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, that was the recap. If you enjoy hearing me just talk like this and want to see more videos like this, then smash that subscribe button. Like the video, share it with your friends, let other people know about the channel, and let's let this thing grow together. And yeah, I also have a podcast, All Things Running, which you can find on Spotify. I'm going to link it down in the description. So if you haven't listened to my podcast, you definitely should. I've talked to 2 really good athletes, Dylan Geringer and Colin Martin, very talented athletes who are looking to do big things in the future. So I would definitely go give those a listen. They're very interesting, I would say. And yeah, that's it, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.